Most of the time, whenever a new character comes out, I like to figure out whatever goofy little techniques and strategies they have live alongside you. But with Loki, it took me all of 30 seconds in training mode to discover some absolutely ridiculous interactions that I just want to show you right away. The first of which is this Ensig through the wall, because as these katars are coming out of the portals, they actually have a hitbox. It's not only just this explosion, which means, yes, you are going to be able to hit people through the wall, and yes, you can still do that backwards. Next up is this giant snake move, Junior Mungadeer. He is my favorite. I love Junior Mungadeer. This actually has active input, which you might already know, but you can spike with it if you keep holding down. The next thing is scythe, which you can actually hit stacked because it is a hitbox behind you, and that you can see, I mean, it's a little bit ridiculous. If you overshoot this, you're still going to be able to connect. And then, of course, if we're talking hitting people through the wall, this move is just designed to hit people through the wall. It has a normal version like that, and if you actually look closely, that is a different wall version because you're hitting the scythe fully horizontal as it's connecting. And then you can also GC and do the normal one. He is right up my alley, and that's only scratching the surface. Like I said, I just got into training mode. That was basically, I wonder if this is gonna work, and it works, and this is my first game, and it's over. I think this video is gonna be a lot of, I can't believe that worked. Also, that Nair and Desert was true. Loki has 8 base decks, which in my last video I talked about high deck scythe. You can do that true. Since we're on a platform map before this game is over, I do want to show off a little neat mechanic where if you use this down sig, you can land on the platform, but if you hold down while doing that, you actually go all the way through and can completely fake out your opponents. What I'm not sure about is if that move spikes, because you do go downward, but I don't know if they'd give it a spike and a projectile. That'll be my goal this game, I suppose, although maybe it should have been my goal last game because that is a shorter wall, but I honestly could not tell. I mean, it sent at like a downward angle, but that wasn't, I wouldn't call that a spike. Also, it looked like, I don't know if that was a projectile or not. Maybe one more go at this. If I get them to the wall, yeah, because they look like they want to go on stage. So here, maybe if I'm out here, they want to go to the wall, and then I'll do it. That's definitely not a spike. It does send a little bit downward depending on where you hit it, but I think that's more of just, you know, if I hit with the very bottom of my feet or not, but it's a little hard to tell. I think they're probably gonna go for a dare. Yeah. Myth has been busted. Mystery has been solved. The angle changes depending on where you hit it, but it's not like a downward spike. They did really knock it out of the park with the sig design, didn't they? Because Loki is just tricky. That's what he is. He's got so many different mechanics and techniques, and you never know where he's gonna go. You never know where he's gonna be. I like it a lot. Building up damage with the scythe early on too can be so brutal because, I mean, like I said, I talked about it last video. These are brutal combos. Look at the HP bar. They're in the orange. I've got 4 strength. I could probably get a KO there if I was like better and I didn't go for a down sig, but I guess the down sig led to it anyway. Robbing jumps there with a side sig would probably be a better option, but regardless, I don't know. I feel so comfortable and so clean and fluid. They didn't jump that time. They jumped last time. I figured, yeah, I was probably... What am I doing? You know what I want to figure out now is 2 things. Number 1, the exact range of this down sig. And number 2 is when to use the alternate spiking version. I mean, that, of course, is pretty obvious right there. But what I'm really talking about is the range of when it's safe to do that and when you shouldn't. Because you notice you do bring them closer to you as you do that move. So there's got to be a certain range where when you're edge guarding people, you don't want to do that. And you also don't really want to do that when you're edge guarding either. But right here, since they don't have jumps, even if it's not going to KO right away, yeah, I still want to do the spike, obviously. I don't want to send them back up. Like, I've already sent them back up once before. Don't need to do it twice. It's a ridiculous move. Not only does it have the crazy range, which is very obviously evidently apparent, but the chain has a hitbox as you're throwing it out, so that makes it even better. I like the explosion when it go and then it go. And I'm feeling weirdly sluggish and slow with my inputs right now. And I think what's happening is that nothing has changed about my setup, but my internet ISP has decided to not be very nice. And then all of a sudden, like, my internet's fine, and then it'll disconnect for half of a second, but that's really bad for fighting games because half of a second is no good, and that means that your packet is not getting sent. And if this keeps happening in my games, I'm not paying rent. What's weird is it isn't happening long enough for the game to register that I should be on 3 bars, but it's feeling like 3 bars. I mean, I'm sure you guys have like had similar experiences where it doesn't look like you're lagging, but then you are lagging. Nobody wants to hear it. I'm gonna stop talking. You know what I haven't done yet that I definitely should do is use this Ensig like another Nair, because yeah, you can just reversal KO someone like that. Well, isn't that kind of a waste of a signature if you can already Nair there? Like, shouldn't you want something else? No, look, it takes 2 stocks, okay? Count them, 1, 2. I feel like I've done my job. Like, have I even hit every sig? I don't think so. But I just feel done. I don't know. Maybe it's the internet that's making me feel lethargic. I already said nobody wants to, and yeah. This is what the commentary has been reduced to. This is what you're watching. Who's the real embarrassment here? Is it me clearly delirious after a long day, or is it you for indulging that deliriousness? Maybe it's both. Maybe we're culpable here together. You know what? No, I'll be nice. It is an off day for me. It's an off day for me. We can all admit we all have off days. Today's my off day. Eventually, surely, I'll have an on day. You guys will still be around, right? Okay, but what if I changed the fates? I tempted fate, and I made today a good... It's not. I take everything back. Well, what is a good day anyway? Don't you need the trials and tribulations? Don't you need the contrast of good to know bad and bad to know good? I feel like you can't have both without the other and one with another mother from another brother. Let's just acceptance is the first step. Okay, but how nice would it be though if I did make a comeback? If I did right by the I saved them. Okay. You know when you ask how people are doing and they go, you know, it's one of those days. This is just an acute visualization of what's going through going through their head when they say that. That was the worst dodge in of my life. Maybe the most obvious dodge in my life, but I wanted this so bad. They wanted to pick up the weapon for sure. I need to slow things down. I need there to be less variables. I need to just stand still and then side sig. That's my goal right now. Okay. So they hate me. They hate me. I mean, I guess they just hate me. That's the old explanation. I can't believe that hit. I'm so glad it did. Can I be really real and vulnerable and honest with you right now? I didn't know this was a map in the game. So we're discovering new things every day. Also, I tried a GC Ensig when I recovered, and I feel like it would have worked and killed, but I guess that's a good one. How much longer do I have to stay here? I haven't even done this SIG overview yet. Okay. Katar Ensig. We just saw Katar Ensig. It's like Caspian. You can think of like Caspian. It's like better though. It's like Caspian, but kind of better. Side sig. You can. I mean, you can hit it like kind of stack because it hits kind of behind you and has the little hop. And I guess it doesn't drop on the wall, which is news to me. That's actually pretty. That's nice. And it's hard to punish because you jump in the air, and that makes it good. And then also the hitbox is ridiculous because they spot dodged and it was still active and it hit them. Okay, next up is down sig. Let me get katars, please. Okay, good thing I already talked about down sig. Don't need those. Next up is scythe ensig, which is also I just use it on the wall, and you can use it on the wall, and it's like kind of, and it has like the wall version. And if someone's like by the ledge, let's say it's like sword or something, you can do this, and you can catch dodge ins like that. But they didn't dodge in. They did like a weird GC thing that I wasn't expecting. And now I'm gonna die. Now I know they like to wake up GC though, so what if instead of hard silate I do soft silate and then I bait a dodge out of it? That's a good plan. That's a good plan. Thank you for the good plan. I did everything but walk forward. Okay, but look, it's right there. It's right there. How can I not? And they're gonna like downlight, so I'm just gonna jump up the air and I'm gonna throw it down when they downlight. And it's on the weapon. The weapon's gonna take priority. What am I? Everything I want is taken away from me, and everything I got to blame. Nobody but me. I don't want to be a Batman anymore. I'm almost free. It's okay. I need what? Scythe side sig. I've done a whole spiel on scythe down sig. We figured out the spike. Or the no spike. The spike, no spike. They're gonna down air. Yeah. And then they're gonna say or do like a recovery right away. Side sig is that move, and it's like really fast and good. That's the KO. Let my family go. I'm exasperated here. Okay, I need some air, and I need them to go like high into the sky. I want them to not be comfortable on the ground, and that way I can do that into the sky gimp. You know what I'm saying? If I get like a high axe recovery, yeah, okay. I mean, they're like almost dead right now, so I don't know if that's like a gimp. If they're almost dead, it's not really a gimp. I'm gonna side sig. That is the move that you get when you press sideways and signature at the same time. I know this is an uncharacteristic day for me for the egg mop day. It's not usual, but I need to sleep.